6 o'clock.
Okay, welcome everybody. This meeting will be recorded and will get posted to YouTube and other social media platforms. By participating in this meeting, you understand that the recording could contain your video stream or your audio stream, including images of yourself or anyone in the room with you. If you choose to enable your video or audio device during the meeting, as well as anything or anyone else that may be in the background could be recorded.
So we're just admitting them now. So if I could maybe have you read it
Start
again.
over.
Yeah.
This meeting will be recorded and will be posted to YouTube and other social media platforms. By participating in this meeting, you understand that the recording could contain your video stream or your audio stream, including images of yourself or anyone in the room with you. If you choose to enable your video or audio device during this meeting, as well as anything or anyone else that may be in the background could be recorded. The recording could include any opinions you contribute and anything you say about yourself. On occasion, chat within the meeting could also be captured in the meeting record. Therefore, anyone attending the recorded meeting may have aspects of their personal data recorded if they actively participate or not. And we can open the meeting. 6:01. Okay,
So I understand that there's a request that we hold off 10 minutes to allow someone to arrive.
yeah. So we're gonna wait 10 minutes for Brian Benito to arrive to the meeting.
Thank you.
And is he coming in person? Brian's coming in
Yes.
person? Okay. That's Aaron Lang is counsel for you guys, correct? Okay, he
Yes.
just joined us. Did he just join in? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here,
All right.
counsel for developer. Thank you.
Thank you. In case you weren't here, we've been requested to wait 10 minutes for Mr. Benito to join us, so we'll be getting going in about 10 minutes.
Thank you.
If they're going to speak and put something on the record.
They have to say their name and address.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same as like an audience member just sitting in the background. Yeah.
somebody in here now.
Is somebody else in there? Oh, somebody in the overflow, yep. Let's see. Let's see. Do I make a motion to open the hearing or do I just open it?
It's already open.
Okay,
You say your 10 minutes are up, and we're back in session.
okay.
There's two makeup shows in Virginia.
That are happening next week. So is that just one date that he was?
Yeah, we went to both. It was awesome.
Did he have an open? No.
Just
Does he have?
3 hours. Like 3 hours both nights. Yeah. It was good.
He started out in a punk band, yes. Yeah, years ago. Hey, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, just. Let me know. But lots.
Roll out the red carpet for what? You just give me a free round of applause.
It's now 6:10. Mr. Benito hasn't arrived. Do you have any idea when? Are you in touch with him on text or?
Yeah, I just spoke to him before I came in and he said his GPS was telling him.
There he is.
Okay,
There he is.
Apologies for being late.
No one's waiting in the Zoom, so I guess we're
Ready to continue the hearing for 358 Coldbrook. You guys want to start off?
Oh, yep. Okay, well, nice to see you all again. For those who don't recall, my name is Brian Benito. I represent the company here on this project and this NOI, and this is a continuation of our meeting from a month or so ago. The meeting was continued based on the fact that we weren't able to get Mass DEP's comments on the plan time, and also to allow us to do a site visit, which was conducted with myself, our senior wetland scientist Greg here, as well as a few of you commissioners. From that perspective, we're here to answer any questions you all have and look forward to concluding this proceeding with you all. Thank you very much.
so on the issue of the DEP comments, at the beginning of this meeting, I'm sorry,
Greg Hockmuth.
I jot it down so I don't do it again during the meeting. Greg provided the commission with a 12-page document dated July 22nd, 2026, which is, I understand to be your response to DEP comments. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Aside from this document, is there anything else that you wish to submit or say as your response to DEP comments?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
Just one point of clarification, just to note, Greg provided you a hard copy today, but those were provided to you virtually earlier, or later yesterday or earlier this morning.
Yesterday around 4:30.
4:30. Okay. I didn't receive it, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't sent. So it is what it is. It was sent whatever time, you sent it to.
And just to note, I received the email today.
Okay.
But Lucy, you got it yesterday, is that accurate?
I did not see it from yesterday. I got it very early this
I got it at
mid-morning today.
11:30 this morning.
So there's some confusion here. So I resent it this morning after discovering that Mass DEP had submitted their comments and we had replied all to their comments, which included the old Hotmail email address. So I forwarded the email this morning once I noticed that discrepancy.
Fair enough. So this is what we've got, and this is their position to to DEP's comments. So that's going to take a little bit of time to digest. But the other, I guess, thing on my radar, and I don't want to cowboy the meeting, but the other thing on my agenda was for those who went on the site walk, just, I wasn't one of the members who went on the site walk. So just to get a sense of I guess, a report back as to the site walk and how that went.
I can start. I took some notes. So on July 2nd, myself and another commission member participated in a site visit guided by the applicant and their environmental consultant. The applicant limited the scope of the site visit to a portion of the access road work associated with the proposed project and the wetland boundaries near that area. Some notable observations in this area are very high groundwater conditions, existing topography that may direct surface water runoff from the access road into wetlands without proper mitigation, and discarded debris within wetland resource areas and their buffer zones. I did ask to see other areas of the site that may be impacted by the battery energy storage system and associated components, but the applicant did not permit commission members to go beyond the area of the access road work.
And who was it that went on the site visit?
Me and Steve.
The two of us.
The two of you went? Okay. And who were you accompanied by?
The two of us.
The two of you. So it was the four of you. Okay.
You have anything to add?
I don't. Sean pretty much described it. There wasn't a lot involved. It was only the small portion of the access road. We didn't go further into the site. And
And a request was made to do so.
yes,
Okay. Do you have any questions about the site visit? Or,
I don't think so. Those are all the notes I have on the site visit.
okay,
I still would like to see more areas of the property because there's, hydrologic concerns have been discovered and wetland resource areas in the northeast portion, but it's up to the applicant to.
Oh, and the other thing that I had on my agenda too, because between the last Conservation Commission meeting and tonight, of course, we've got the decision from the EFSB, which also made, I think it's like 160 pages or so of a decision. But I think relevant to the things that this commission had talked about as far as, the cleanup of the property, as far as, all of the auto salvage storage and, things that are in the wetlands. Two things I have on that. One is, has the appeal period for that decision, has that run? Does anyone know? I think the
EFSB
EFSB,
decision.
correct. So they make a decision, and I think there's got to be some appeal period.
I'm pretty sure the town has already appealed.
Okay. Has the applicant appealed?
We have not appealed.
You have not appealed. Okay. Did you know, does anyone know?
The appeal period has closed.
Has closed.
And the
All right.
town has submitted an appeal.
The town has submitted an appeal. The applicant doesn't intend to appeal and hasn't appealed. Is that correct? Aaron, do you want to weigh in on that?
Are you speaking of my errand?
Yeah.
No, my errand is not related to the EFSB.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, and generally, I think what's been said is accurate.
Okay, thank you. And that, my reading of that is that these entities are required to clean this up and to do that work under that order. And they haven't appealed that. Okay.
just to make a point on that, you are absolutely correct. It's condition X. It's called condition X,
Okay.
which does mandate that Moraga Storage clean up the entirety of the car debris.
Okay. And then I guess following the next step of that, then time-wise, then we got the comments from DEP, which indicate that in order to effectuate the cleanup, that the applicant should amend the notice of intent to include that work. And I haven't completely read the comments yet, but scanning it quickly, it sounded like you're not going to go that route. You're not going to.
That's correct. Our intent is to come back to this commission for that specific work, which is outside, kind of connected, of course, because the only reason why that work's going on is because we proposed the battery project, but that work will be done under a separate process.
Okay.
Okay.
Which we very much would like to work with the town on the cleanup.
Okay. You'd like to work with the town, but not to the extent that you'll modify as per DEP's recommendation, this notice of intent and begin that process.
That's correct. Our intent is to work with you all or Mass DEP as applicable to go ahead and address the car parts separately from the access driveway that we've put before you all now.
Okay. Understood. Let me see what else I got on my. So that's what I've got for I think for those initial steps on that. So if there's other commission members who have questions or
Any
concerns?
other questions or concerns?
I have a list of questions about some clarification on the project plans. So the first question is, the notice of intent reports 117,065 square feet of new impervious surfaces. Do the gravel roads in the area between each battery energy storage system unit and associated curb concrete pads consist of pervious material?
So I have on the line our civil engineer, Mr. Anderson. He'd be able to respond to that, but there is a mixture of proposed impervious and impervious, so concrete and gravel. But Derek will be able to answer that question more effectively.
Hello, would you like me to state my name and address for the record?
Please.
Please.
I don't know if address is necessary, Derek, right? But yeah.
You're with what company you're with, Derek?
Yes, I'm Derek Anderson. I'm a civil engineer with Arup, and I am the civil engineer hired by the firm for the project here.
Thank you. And you're licensed in Massachusetts? You're licensed engineer? Thank you. And what was the name of your firm?
It's Arup. That's spelled ARUP.
And where are they out of?
We're located at 60 State Street in Boston.
Thank you. So did you hear the question that was proposed?
If I could repeat it just to make sure I understood it, I believe the question was asking in regards to the impervious area, if the impervious area is primarily the pads and the driveways and curbs. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was asking if the gravel roads and the area between each concrete pad, is that counted as pervious surface?
Yes, and the well, give me just a moment because we were originally designing this for paved driveways, and we had originally designed the drainage system assuming a lot of paved driveway area. If you give me just a moment, I can double check if we were counting that in the final report.
Sure.
But to the intent of it, the gravel driveways are generally pervious. The pads for the equipment are definitely impervious. But let me just double check if the driveways were still counted as impervious in our final report.
If I could just ask a point of clarification, what does the pervious or impervious square footage have to do with the Wetland Protection Act?
Well, it determines a lot about the hydrologic impact, groundwater infiltration. If that increases, it could adversely affect the nearby vernal pools.
So I believe the question that you would be having to answer that with regard to the application before you is the impervious nature and square footage associated with the access driveway.
Well, I think the question has been posed. If he wants to answer the question that's posed, he can. If he wants to say, I don't want to answer the question that's posed, he can.
So the impervious area in the report accounts all of the driveway areas currently shown as gravel driveway as impervious, as well as pads for equipment are all counted as impervious for this purpose of designing a conservative drainage system. So that drainage system is all designed, the peak flows and everything else are all designed assuming all of that would be fully impervious. Now, in reality, the gravel driveways are gravel, so they're not truly impervious, but we assume they were for the sake of providing a conservative stormwater system design.
And the area between the concrete pads is also pervious, did you say?
Between the only the gravel driveways and the pads themselves are classified as impervious in our calculations, not any gravel areas between the pads.
Okay. And my next question is, do you have any understanding or documentation of existing groundwater levels in the areas of the battery energy storage system or the retention basins?
So Derek, I'm gonna jump in here. With all due respect, commissioners, we'd like to focus on the proposal that's before you, which is the access driveway. I think, which has been pretty consistent. We've been trying to really focus on the application, and it sounds like these questions have very little bearing on the actual application before you. So
Okay,
we have a
so
hard
here we go.
time,
It's okay. I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
But are you gonna allow, is anyone gonna answer the question or you're not gonna answer the
we're
question?
not gonna answer. the
Okay,
questions.
that's fine. And we can move on then.
Okay.
So we've documented what your question is. Do you intend to answer any other questions or are you just gonna say,
No,
I'm not
we're gonna
gonna?
answer any
any other-
questions that are related to the application. of course.
Okay, excellent. Next question.
Can you provide some details regarding the design of the curved concrete pads and retention basins to help me understand how they'll operate as an effective containment measure? And this relates to downstream water contamination. If something happened with the battery units, you would need to use the emergency shutoff valve.
Yeah, what we can say to that is that the stormwater system has been designed to the Massachusetts stormwater guidelines and handbook and are fully compliant with that requirement.
Do you expect any changes in groundwater level as a result of the project?
We do not.
Isn't it true that replacement of a forested area with permeable stone areas may significantly increase groundwater infiltration and the overall hydrology of the project site?
With regard to the application before you, that question is something we can't answer at this time.
And my last question on this topic is, has a hydrologic budget analysis been done to ensure that the sensitive hydrologic regimes of the nearby vernal pools are maintained?
The application before you has been designed in accordance with the Massachusetts General Permit for Stormwater, and the road has been engineered to comply with those standards.
I'll follow up on that. One of your comments, DEP, what you've labeled as DEP comment number 5, indicates the applicant does not provide sufficient information to demonstrate that stormwater standard 3 cannot be met in full. An analysis should be performed to determine if soils within the limit of work are similar to those modeled using SCS soil survey. So I'm taking that, to mean exactly what the DEP says there, that you haven't provided sufficient information, and I don't see, but or maybe it's here, and I'm just not seeing it. Your comment is to direct me to another comment 4, and so anywhere in comment 4, do you provide us with information how you're meeting that stormwater standard number 3?
Yeah, I'll just read this for the benefit of everybody here. So with regard to stormwater comment 4, that's with regard to soil test pits within the detention basins to determine whether there's seasonal high groundwater or not that would intrude into the basin. We've responded to this as described in the NOI. No components of the proposed stormwater management system, including the detention basins, discharge structures, catch basins, or other conveyance features associated with the construction and operations of the facility, and the access driveway are located within jurisdictional wetland resource areas or the associated buffer zones. Consistent with the Massachusetts Stormwater Handbook, Volume 1, Chapter 2, Legal Framework, just jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act extends to wetland resource areas and their associated buffer zones. So once again, I would just have to rely on that statement there, that these questions aren't really in association with the application that's before you. And as such, the only answer we can say is that the stormwater features have been designed in accordance with that stormwater handbook.
Excellent. Okay.
Can I ask an additional question? The notice of intent is for the entire project. You agree with that, right?
The notice of intent is for the portions of the project within the jurisdiction of the Conservation Commission, correct?
One thing that I wanted to bring up is the stormwater report in the notice of intent discusses environmental concerns. It says that no work is proposed within any outstanding resource water. But doesn't the DEP Stormwater Standard 6 require analysis for any work near an outstanding resource water?
Yeah, so I'll just provide a clarifying statement, and I brought this up at the very first hearing. I mentioned that we had to clear the record with one of the comments that we had in our NOI narrative about ORWs. When you look at Mass Mapper, which is the Mass GIS tool that a lot of us use to do a desktop analysis before going out to a site like this, it shows that the site is mapped as an ORW, but there's no activities proposed within an actual ORW. It has to be within the wetland or water body. So even though the site's mapped as an ORW, you have to actually have activities within the ORW, which would be a wetland or a water body. And we're not proposing any activities in a wetland or a water body.
But I believe the stormwater standards give us jurisdiction for anything near an outstanding resource water that could affect the wetland, and the vernal pools are outstanding resource waters, and so is the watershed wetlands.
So the vernal pools are only outstanding resource waters under the Wetlands Protection Act if they're within a jurisdictional resource area under the Wetlands Protection Act.
That wasn't my understanding. My understanding was that whether or not they're in jurisdictional, but we'll look into that.
Did anyone else have questions for the applicants?
Yeah, who dictated that you clean up the rest of the site?
I believe it was a comment from Mass DEP, which is one of the sitting members of the Energy Facility Siting Board.
So the EFSB?
Correct. The EFSB conditioned their approval of the comprehensive zoning exemption. Condition X of their many conditions relates back to the cleaning up of the property.
Right, so condition X issued by the EFSB says to do the extensive cleanup.
Correct. Yes, sir.
On your answer of comment 10, you say at this time, no EFSB directed activities are contemplated within jurisdictional wetland resource areas. Wouldn't that cleanup extend well beyond the access road into those areas?
Well, I was just going to say, we haven't identified all of the areas yet, so that's going to have to be an extensive study done just to walk the site, identify all the areas. It's very possible that it would be parts within jurisdictional resource areas, certainly the buffer zone. I think we've all seen where this stuff is. So we fully intend to have to file a permit application at that time to do the cleanup.
I think that it contradicts the comment though, that any activities directed by the EFSB are not in the wetlands and buffer zones when they seem to be, if the cleanup is across the whole site of the property.
Yeah, so I guess this is right. We've got a funny language here. It can be interpreted a lot of ways. What we were essentially saying is that the EFSB, the project as proposed, the EFSB, which is the entire facility, none of that facility is within jurisdictional resource areas.
Okay.
That's what that, not that condition X is obviously, but obviously condition X from the EFSB is a jurisdictional condition because the EFSB levied it to us. But with this statement here, we're basically saying that what we put before the EFSB, the entire project, is not within those wetland areas, except for barring the application before you all for the access driveway.
Sure, but the point that I see here, it's you specifically note no energy facility sitting board directed activities are contemplated. And it seems like that is the definition. You didn't propose to do a full site cleanup. That comes from the EFSB.
That came from the EFSB, correct. And what Greg just mentioned is that we have not taken a total inventory to identify what is in resource areas or buffer zones at this time.
It seems that the rationale for not including that in an amended notice of intent doesn't hold up because the EFSB is saying let's clean up the whole site, and there would be work in the wetlands.
Yeah, so the EFSB's condition X requires us to come back before this commission within 1 year of COD to get that work completed. Within 1 year, within 1 year post COD for that work to get done.
So why did you not take Mass DEP's comment and revise the NOI to include the cleanup?
We at this time have put forward the NOI that we think is jurisdictional for the Concom here. And we will, when we get to the EFSB's condition X, of course, presuming, which we all presume, will trigger a Wetland Protection Act impact, i.e. something in a buffer zone or a jurisdictional wetland area. Then we will have to, at that point, catalog those impacts and then come back to this commission to do that cleanup. The cleanup is separate from the actual building of the facility as directed by the EFSB.
But it's all one project.
No, it's not one project, sir. That's not how it's shaped up to be. That cleanup.
How many projects
The
are we talking
remediation,
about
the
then?
remediation is separate from the actual project.
So you have to remediate before you can start the project?
No, sir.
So you're gonna work around the debris and not clean it and then clean it up after?
We're going to comply with condition X, which says that we have to have that site cleaned up within 365 days of commercial operation.
Any other questions for the applicant? Is there anything else that the applicant wants to tell us?
Not at this time, other than that, we look forward to continuing to work with you guys as this progress moves forward.
And I think we invited, was it Scott Horsley? Did we want to hear comments from Scott?
Sure. Hi, Scott. Can you state your name and your
Company that you're with?
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me okay, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Excellent. So my name is Scott Horsley. I am a hydrologist retained by the town to review the notice of intent. I'm sorry, did you want my address? I don't recall.
Scott, what are you with a company? Are you independent?
I'm independent. You can call me Horsley Consulting if you like, but I work on my own. I did own a firm with 70 employees until about 5 years ago when I retired from that firm called Horsley Witten Group. I am now working on my own.
Okay. And where is your outfit out of?
I'm in Boston and Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit of your background?
And your
Yeah,
license?
I have that as part of my presentation, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman. So, and if I can share my slides, that would be great.
Sure.
That might be.
I think I'm going to need to
I'm not
be
sure if that's
loud.
Yeah. So, boy, that's going to be interesting.
Sean, I did email my slides to you just in case we had a problem hooking up. So if you can share from there, that's just as well for me. Yeah, it seems
So
like
this is so on your Zoom. Are you hitting the you want to share?
I am, and it says sharing is not turned on. Host is not allowing
Okay.
sharing.
Yeah. I'm getting somewhere.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I see something that says share screen. Allow participants to share screen. Try again. Oh, look at this. Hold your applause clap.
That looks better. Can you see my first slide, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you. Again, thank you for the opportunity. I have just about a 6 or 7 minute slideshow that summarizes a comment letter that I did submit, but I guess I would like to make one comment prior to that based upon something that I heard so far during the hearing, and that is something I'll refer to as project segmentation. In my opinion, what I just heard is the applicant is proposing to segment the project, meaning apply for a permit for the development of the project and apply for another permit for the cleanup, which in terms of my mind would have to happen before the project happens. So as was indicated in the questioning, that would be highly illogical and would be, in terms of referring to regulatory language, and I know there's some very good attorneys on the call here, that's called segmentation, which is not allowed. So I would urge the commission, in addition to the comments we make tonight, to make sure that the whole project, which certainly includes site preparation and cleanup, to be part of the notice intent. So I'll just add that comment to my comments moving ahead here. So I'll move ahead and per your question, Mr. Chairman, I'll start with my qualifications and I'll be brief here. I think I submitted my full CV. If not, I will do that. But I have more than 30 years as a hydrology consultant. I've worked most of my career for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Nature Conservancy, many projects for the Mass DEP. I've worked in 48 states. I have 2 missing so far across the United States. I've worked as an expert witness for the U.S. Department of Justice in federal cases, a number of state courts, and many, many administrative hearings. I've served on many Mass DEP advisory committees. I was part of the original Stormwater Advisory Committee, which I'm going to refer to tonight. In fact, I drafted some of the stormwater standards I'm going to be discussing tonight. I've served in other Mass DEP committees, which which I won't go through, but they're bulleted here. And then finally, I do teach graduate level courses at both Tufts and Harvard in water resources management and related subjects. So here's an aerial photo of the site, which I'm sure you're well aware of, Mr. Chairman. As was already stated, I think by one of the commission members, the site is constrained, and I suspect the applicant would even agree with this, with contaminated soil, shallow groundwater, shallow bedrock, extensive wetlands, and 3 certified vernal pools.
With all due respect, Mr. Horsley, the applicant does not agree with that.
Hold on, we're not going to interrupt him. He'll make his presentation, then we'll allow you to make whatever comment.
Well, he was talking about
Thank you,
that.
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, he's not talking on your behalf.
That was my opinion, which I'm entitled to state. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And if I could continue the
I'm
conversation.
not the chairman, I just act that way. Thank you.
Thank you. Here's this, I believe, one of the current site plans. The notice of intent includes multiple site plans which conflict with each other. But as far as I can tell, this is one of the more current site plans, and just calling out, and I've highlighted some features that I'm going to refer to. And I think you may know this, but again, just to kind of put this out there before we discuss some of these components, there is a vernal pool to the northern part of the site. There's a vernal pool to the southern part of the site. There's on the upper left, there is I'm calling it a proposed stone infiltration area. That's not the applicant's language, that's my own language. This is an area with one of the facilities that will be filled with stone and will infiltrate stormwater and precipitation and recharge. There's also an infiltration swale on the western part of the site. Between the best units, as we heard tonight, as an answer to the question, it was great to get that on the record, that there is a lot of permeable stone between the best units, which is going to result in infiltration and recharge. There are 2 detention basins shown highlighted here. I just simply highlighted them to show them on the eastern part of the site. Vernal pools has already been brought up. As I mentioned, there are 2 of them. I won't generalize, but I would hope that everybody agree these are sensitive environmental resource areas that we all want to protect, including the applicant. Again, they may oppose that statement, but I hope it's true. And vernal pools, as we all know, are critical resource areas, outstanding resource areas, and they are very vulnerable to water level changes. That is why they are vernal pools. That's the habitat. There is a document prepared by Mass DEP jointly with the Massachusetts Conservation Commissions, which is prepared for conservation commissions to review projects before them, which discusses things including hydrologic regime of wetlands and specifically vernal pools, because these areas are very sensitive to water level changes as well as contamination. As I said, I was involved in drafting the original stormwater standards. So this is a reference to part of Mass DEP Stormwater Standard 6. I believe the applicant has indicated they will conform with the stormwater standards. So let's take a look at this one, number 6. And this includes performance standards relative to projects near. And that's an important statement because the applicant clearly is trying to suggest that they're outside jurisdiction. But the term near is an important one. I've been involved in multiple projects that have looked at this issue of near. Outstanding resource areas and vernal pools. The handbook states, and this is a quote, a discharge is near a critical area if there is a strong likelihood of a significant impact occurring to said area, taking into account site-specific factors. So as we've already heard, This is shallow groundwater. I don't believe the applicant was willing to respond to the question about groundwater levels, but my suspicion is they are shallow. I'm sure at some point we'll get to some site investigations that will show that. But in any case, there's this connection between groundwater levels, water levels, and this vernal pools is very important. The subject that I want to discuss a little bit tonight is something called groundwater mounding. And there's your reference, by the way, if you want to look this up, it's on page 2 of volume 1, chapter 1. Groundwater mounding refers to water level changes relative to infiltrating water in general. Generally speaking, these analyses are done for stormwater and wastewater, but certainly for any type of water that's infiltrated. I've already mentioned there are several areas on the site that are proposed to install permeable soils. And as I think we actually heard that from the applicant tonight in response to an answer. These are areas where we will increase recharge rates. Groundwater levels will change in response to that infiltration. I have utilized the model which is directly referenced in the Mass DEP stormwater standards, which again, the applicant has indicated they want to conform to, which specifies the Hantush groundwater model as one to use for groundwater mounting analysis. And I've run and I'll call it a preliminary analysis because we do not yet, I'm sure we'll get it, but we do not have the site-specific data. These estimates I put into the model I think are reasonable based upon my experience, and I'm happy to go through that in detail if we want to take the time tonight or another night. But this is a good start. Sufficient to say, we expect to see some significant water level changes on the site and within these vernal pools. A close-up of the northern part of the site. So again, I've highlighted these two facility areas where the applicant is basically proposing to remove vegetation. And by the way, just as an aside, vegetation in this area of the state removes about 40 to 45% of the annual precipitation via evapotranspiration. By removing the trees and installing stone, that's going to essentially double the infiltration rate there, which is where we're going to see some groundwater mounting effects. The results of my model suggest that within the vernal pool, which is in close proximity to both of these facilities, we can expect to see about a little less than 1 foot change in water levels. And again, my belief is that's a significant level, but when the applicant does finally submit a hydrologic regime analysis, we'll be able to see the details of whether or not that is a significant change in a vernal pool hydrologic regime as outlined in the Mass DEP MACC Hydrology Handbook for Conservation Commissions. I'll also mention, as I have this slide up, we have these two detention areas. The applicant, again, I don't believe they have the groundwater levels, but I think they have indicated that just in case there are high groundwater levels, they have expressed a concern in their application about buoyancy issues, meaning that they're going to try to provide a detention system with a liner with the groundwater underneath it is going to create some buoyancy issues. This is something that clearly needs to be resolved. I would suggest before the project goes ahead, before the project gets permitted. This is something that I've not seen proposed before. Putting a liner in a high groundwater area in a detention pond. It's a novel idea, maybe experimental, but certainly something that presents some major challenges and I think needs to be assessed. I believe one of the Mass DEP comments was to get some groundwater levels. Good idea. I think any good engineer would want to do that before providing a design for a detention basin, especially with a liner in an area that, by their own estimation, has some high groundwater issues. In the southern part of the site, again, we have this large area proposed for BESS units. And as again, what you heard tonight, between those BESS units, there is permeable sand. So we're expecting some high infiltration here. And again, we have another detention pond with the same liner buoyancy issues. There's a vernal pool nearby. Those of us that are concerned with vernal pools, and again, I'm going to make a really broad presumption that we all are, should be evaluating this before moving forward with a project, whether or not we believe are in jurisdiction. This makes a lot of sense, just as go to good engineering process. I believe these are in jurisdiction because of, as I've already stated, standard number 6. But even if you want to quarrel with that, if this is a friendly application to the town, why not evaluate those impacts? And then just a little bit more on the containment issue. My understanding is the facility siting board did decide, and I applaud them for this, that a containment system is required for this project. As we all know, there is a possible situation with a runaway event or a fire, and it's either the possibility of fire wash water to put it out, or the fact that these runaway events do tend to run for quite a while, meaning days on end. The possibility of a rainfall during a runaway event is certainly within a reasonable assumption. Therefore, again, I applaud the facilities siting board to require this containment system. I have not seen details on it. What I put in this graphic on the upper left is a part of the figure from what I believe is one of the more recent engineering plans. And it suggests that the curbing that's now being proposed as an add-on to I don't believe that was there as part of the original notice of intent. They've added it I think in response to the facilities siting board comment that they now need to provide containment. It looks to me like that curbing is pretty close to the best units. So I provided a figure from the Tesla website, which shows the sort of dimensions of these things. And I would just suggest that during a rainstorm, with some wind or some fire wash water being applied. It certainly seems to me that some of that rainfall or the wash water would easily splash off the best units beyond the curbing. So my suggestion would be, if this is the proposed containment system, to get a little closer look at this to make sure that any rainwater or fire wash water would in fact be contained and not splashed outside the best units and into the groundwater, which of course is directly related to the adjacent wetland and vernal pool areas. And I think I have one slide, Mr. Chairman. These are just my conclusions and recommendations for you to consider asking the applicant or requiring the applicant to provide. I think the first bullet is a no-brainer. They've provided some changes to the plan, notably the containment system. So the HydroCAD analysis that's been proposed needs to be updated to account for those project design changes. I believe that HydroCAD analysis, by the way, does include the BESS area. So if there's a contention that's not in jurisdiction, I'm not sure why they provided that, but certainly they did provide it, and it is in the area that I'm discussing. Point number 2, they need to determine the seasonal high groundwater. I believe Mass DEP made the same comment. That those determinations should be done, in my opinion, in conformance with the Mass DEP handbook, the specific references in Volume 3, Chapter 1. Third bullet, the applicant, I would recommend that you require the applicant to determine post-development groundwater mounding. I provided a preliminary analysis of that, but again, I'm sure they're going to provide some on-site permeability testing and more detailed data. So once they do that, we can get a better look at the groundwater mounding and the resulting groundwater level, because as they've already said themselves, they're concerned with buoyancy on these detention systems. So they should take into account the groundwater mounding and making sure that those detention systems and the liners are in fact going to be achievable. Bullet number 4, evaluate practical functioning of those detention basins with the liners under post-development mounding conditions. That's essentially what I just stated, to make sure that their own stated concern about the buoyancy issues is something they can resolve. I don't believe they're suggesting they have resolved it. I think what the application before you, the notice of intent, says that they're concerned about, they have some concerns about this. This is something they need to further evaluate. So we'll wait for that evaluation. Bullet number 5, as I mentioned earlier, the vernal pools are very sensitive to hydrologic changes, regime changes, seasonal changes. Standard 6 deals specifically with this. It gives your commission jurisdiction beyond the 100 feet, in my opinion. And I'll defer to my good attorneys that I work with on this as well. And then finally, the containment system. I believe the containment system needs to be revised. I'm not sure that the curbing that's proposed, and again, some of the dimensions on that slide I showed earlier, I don't think it was proposed to be at scale, but it doesn't even proportion correctly. And I can go back and show you that if there's any question on that. But I think there's some more detail that needs to be considered in the containment system. And with that, I'm happy to stop, and I'll stop sharing and happy to answer any questions from the commission. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Mr. Horsley.
You're welcome.
Does anybody have any questions
From the commission.
from the commission?
I do, and I'm just gonna take a second to formulate it. So it's on that, Mr. Borzley, this is Carl Lindley. On the containment system, from your presentation, it sounds like the containment system consists just of curbing that is supposed to contain the rainwater in a certain area, and in the event of a fire, it just is supposed to stay within this curbing.
Well, I'm not sure who asked the question, but I will give my best answer. So I'm going back to this slide here. I don't know specifics. I have not seen specifics. The only thing I've seen is on the most recent plan is this figure on the upper left, which I copied from the detail sheet, which shows the layout of some of the best units. And again, I'm presuming, and I could be wrong, we can ask the applicant, or you can ask the applicant, if this outer line, I believe these two rectangles that I'm pointing to, if you can see my cursor, are two best units. And my presumption, and I could be wrong, is that this outer line refers to the concrete pad and perhaps the curbing. So that's my presumption. And to me, it looks pretty tight without, in terms of splashing and rainfall and fire water. Does that answer your question?
It does. Any other commissioners?
I don't.
I'll ask, is there any additional information that we could get from the applicant today through questioning that would help you to further analyze the impact to the vernal pools and other impacts?
Yeah, so I would again concur with Mass DEP. We need some groundwater levels in the area of the detention ponds. I believe that was one of their comments. Again, what I'm hearing the applicant say, it's not in the jurisdiction, but again, I disagree with that. DEP is asking for the same information, so that would be very important. And again, I infer in what they've written in the notice of intent, they express some questions or concerns about the functioning of these dissension systems in the liners because of buoyancy. There's an implication at a minimum that further work needs to be done to ensure that those can function. So I would say a logical starting place there would be what is the existing groundwater level, and then also to look at how those might change in the future. So I would say that would be a point number one in doing a reasonable design for those systems would be to find out where the existing groundwater levels are.
So to the applicant, my question is, on the containment system, can you comment as to what the containment system is that you've developed?
Yeah, what we can commit to and confirm right now is that there is more design that we go on. The site plan that Mr. Horsley is reviewing right now represents a 30% design, so it does not represent a full design. Does not obviously take into consideration any sort of geotechnical that was done to actually gain an understanding of what kind of tie downs are needed or pin downs are needed for that layer. So that is something that we've acknowledged in the report. And obviously, in order to construct a facility like this, that will be financeable, that will be meeting all the permit conditions, that will meet obviously the EFSB's conditions, as well as the conditions coming out of this commission, that study has to be done. So.
Okay. And when you say it's a 30% design at this point, is that a rough estimate, or is that what your designers have told you? Hey, we've gotten through 30% of this.
That's correct. It's right now our engineering has progressed to 30% of the 100% design. So
Okay.
100% is issued for construction. Here's your plans. Everything's got all the conditions. Everything's been fully designed, and you can go build it now. We are at the 30%.
But we can confirm that the activities proposed in the buffer zone, the access road improvements are 100%.
That is correct.
And to the question of groundwater levels, just providing those, did you respond to that in one of your comments?
We did.
What comment was that?
That was the response that Brian read to you a little
Is that
while ago.
number 4?
And that holds up for comment 5 and 6 also.
Right. It just refers you back to 4. Okay.
Yes.
And that is, I think, without, again, you're not going to do groundwater level testing now, but maybe later. Throughout the project.
That would be, as it's been indicated, and Mr. Horsley picked up in the report, that we have a strong suspicion through our wetland delineations, just going out on site, have a familiarity of what we're seeing, that there is a high water table there. And as such, in order to design this, there will need to be further engineering, which would then consist of verifying that assumption through subsequent geotechnical surveys to determine that water level.
You've heard and been present throughout the comments of Mr. Horsley. After hearing those comments, is there anything that you want to tell the commission at this point?
No, I think those were very well articulated comments from Mr. Horsley, and I have nothing to push back on regarding those comments.
I've hit all of my bullet points.
Could I ask a question for the applicant? So if the project's only in 30% design, but right now we're reviewing the entire project, so how are we supposed to accurately review the project's impact to nearby wetlands if it's not fully designed?
Our footprint is set. The footprint is set at the 30% design. This is the design level that the FSB typically receives to go ahead and approve a project, as they've done. This is typically the level of design that any commission throughout the Commonwealth would see from an applicant such as myself. It's a very standard level of design to be at this term of development. All that being said, as I mentioned, the limit of work and the footprint itself, the actual physical disturbance of soil, has been set. So that should give you some assurance that access road length and width, and with relation to where that is on the landscape, in correlation to the buffers and the actual jurisdictional resource areas, that's all been locked down. So we put forward a limit of work. That limit of work has been reviewed by the EFSB in totality. That locks us into the meets and bounds, if you will, of the actual footprint for the project. The access road and the access driveway that is in the NOI, there are within the site plan cross sections and designs for how that would look.
Do you anticipate in the future filing anything else with the Conservation Commission related to anything Mr. Horsley talked about?
I believe all of Mr. Horsley's comments were all within the best units or within that footprint that we just talked about. So all of those, it's our position that all of those activities and his comments were outside of the 100-foot buffer or jurisdictional resource areas.
Documents add to the record.
There's some.
Yeah.
You have some for the applicant?
Yeah.
Oh, and the applicant had requested a copy of the slides from you, Mr. Horsley. Have those been emailed to the commission?
Sean has them, I think.
Sean has them.
Yeah, one for you.
I'm sorry. Yes, I sent those to Sean.
Okay, and so Sean, can you forward those to all the commissioners and to the applicant?
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. So you're,
So this is just things relevant to this notice of intent that I wanted to add to the record. It's things that came up in the last hearing and things that we talked about today. So it's Mass DEP's technical comments, and then I made a revision requirement checklist to just make sure that everything was taken care of. The GEI consultant's wetland delineation map of the study area dated April 15th, 2019. And there was a prior ORAD that confirmed wetlands for that. There's the peer review proposal from Arthur Allen, professional soil and wetland scientist. There's Mass DEP email correspondence regarding the 2024 order of resource area delineation. There's findings and recommendations of Arthur Allen, professional soil and wetland scientist. And there's findings and recommendations of Scott Horsley, professional water resources consultant.
okay. Again, there's a lot here, but well, I think we can just add that to the record, and then we can review that as needed as in a part of our deliberations.
I just want to note one thing in here, since I feel that there's a misunderstanding. The 2024 ORAD confirmed bordering vegetated wetlands, not all wetland resource areas. And that is, I asked for clarification from DEP on that, and that's what that second email in that package is. They said, in response to your recent email, section C of the ORAD form refers to the other types of resource areas, not additional areas of the same type of resource area within the property boundary of the plan that was approved under the ORAD. For example, if the applicant requested a determination of bordering vegetated wetland delineation, the order does not determine the locations of bordering land subject to flooding, land under water bodies, etc. So that includes bank, isolated land subject to flooding, vernal pool habitat, even if those resource areas are shown on the approved plans. So that's the main part I wanted to highlight on there. I feel like the applicant is interpreting bordering vegetated wetlands as if that is all wetlands, and that's not consistent with what DEP has advised.
And just for the record, is that the May 1st email that you're talking about, Scott, from Emily Petro at Mass DEP?
Yes, I'm talking about that one.
Okay.
And that was after.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Thank you.
me requesting clarification on the prior email.
We'll add that to the things to consider. Okay. Well, why don't we get to, do you think we should, at this point, open up to see if there's any other public comment that might want to be had on it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd like to mention something right now. Brian Hewitt, I live right across the street from the salvage yard. And
Speak up a little bit, please.
what's that?
Can you speak up a little louder?
Yes, Brian Hewitt, 307 Coldbrook Road, right across the street from the salvage yard. The prior owner of my property was the owner of the junkyard back in the day, Neil Waring. Mr. Horsley, I believe, mentioned that that in the letter of intent that the property before any construction begins in regard to the best battery packs and stuff, that a complete cleanup of the property should be done beforehand. Is that
That's what we heard. Yeah.
is that true?
Well, I don't know if it's true that he said that. Yes.
Okay.
And that's something the commission and everyone is.
Yeah, I'm aware that probably both owners of the junkyards really didn't do much to remove any of the debris or trucks or oils and
Fair enough.
fluids and all that from all the junkyards. It's just
Okay.
So when I bought my property, he also had some salvage cars behind my property, which the first thing I did was make sure I got a water quality test in my well and had the ground tested as well, so.
Thank you.
But, yeah, it's just something I thought I'd bring up, just, I didn't know if that was something that they would have to do beforehand, before any construction begins.
I think it's being addressed. So thank you for your comments.
Hi, Jim Stevens, 360 Coldbrook Road. Yeah, I don't want to get into a back and forth here, but I've been in the dirt moving business for a long time. And I've worked with a lot of companies, and I don't want to say you guys are shady, but you're coming off that way. And I'll tell you why. In the hearings, you said you couldn't possibly clean up every square inch of the property. You wouldn't make any money or whatever. You said you wouldn't do it. You couldn't. Now you're saying you're going to, sort of, but you're not letting are you gonna do it?
So I'm gonna stop you. I'd ask that any comments that you have should be directed to the chair, not to these individuals. So if you have a comment to make or a question you think that the commission should ask, just direct it to us, but we're not gonna do that.
So that's why I'm saying they don't have to answer it. So I could ask you to ask them. Okay. Typically, you don't get two different permits. You go into a project, especially when it's that bad, you start digging and disturbing stuff. You're gonna clean it up first. Are they willing to let, as an open book, because they're not letting the town in there for whatever reason, are they actually committed to cleaning up every square inch of the property before they start disturbing stuff and digging, or not?
Okay, so I think we've got their answer already, and you heard their answer today, which is no, they're not going to clean it up now. They're going to clean up later. All right. So were there other comments or public comments or questions for the board, for the chair?
Yeah, my name's Scott Corey. I'm in a butter. I don't have much to say, but that's insane.
Okay, your comment is noted. Are there other questions, comments, or concerns? Thank you.
What does dewatering have to do with these vernal pools? If somewhere in their plans, there's a plan to dewater the site to try to prevent these floating things becoming.
From the buoyancy issue, are you talking?
From the buoyancy issue? I didn't say who I was. Susan Turnbull, New Braintree Road, just because everybody else knows.
So Mr. Chairman, I think what she's referring to is in our NOI narrative, we include some standard language that's included in most stormwater pollution prevention plans. And it just says that if dewatering is necessary, certain steps are going to be followed to make sure that surrounding resource areas and sites are protected.
So can you tell us, can you give us a definition of what is dewatering? So she knows what.
I'm going to find that section right in the narrative and I'll read it. I believe that's what you're referring to. Dewatering protocols, it's on section 5.2 of the NOI narrative on page 4. And we just say, to the extent, would you like me to read it?
Yeah,
it's not that long.
Okay, yeah.
To the extent construction dewatering is determined to be necessary, the type of dewatering BMP, which is best management practice, will be selected by the site contractor at the time of construction based on site-specific factors and the volume of water to be collected and treated. The site contractor will also be required to adhere to the following minimum performance standards. Do not discharge visible floating solids. Do not discharge directly into adjacent jurisdictional areas or catch basins that discharge into adjacent jurisdictional areas. And that velocity dissipation devices such as check dams or riprap, which is stone, be used as necessary to provide a non-erosive flow velocity at any outlet where dewatering is discharged. So that's just standard language in any SWIP.
And just real quick, just to give you a general understanding of what dewatering is, when we start doing excavation for, let's say, installing the underground electrical conduit, because we assume that there's a high water table here, there's a likelihood that when you dig, the hole fills up with water. So you have to remove the water so that you can continue to dig. And what this is saying is that if we need to pump out or dewater the construction area, it will go through these BMPs. very standard stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, that answers the question. Someone in the back, I can't, yep.
Hello, my name is Matthew Broderick. Mr. Chairman, I had a question and a comment, actually a comment question. My comment is that the battery facility, the tap station and the power transformer sites are going to consume the majority of the back eastern portion of the property. That is not even level ground. It's in some places it's heavily sloped. In other places it's got mounds in it. It's very uneven. It's not a parking lot, in other words, and it's certainly not level. I didn't see anything in the NOI about soil removal or grading or retaining wall construction, anything like that. And given the size of it, I don't know whether we're talking about, a total of 18 acres of the entire property for the facility and all the laydown areas and the construction prep areas. But that's a massive area that would need to be essentially leveled and filled and dug and so on. So my question is, first of all, did you see anything in the NOI about a major soil alteration, topographical alteration in that part of the property? And if so, or if not, is that anything that the Conservation Commission also needs to take into consideration as far as understanding the impact on wetlands? Even if it's not in that area or if it's near that area, but certainly the ones that are near it as well. Is that part of what the Conservation Commission needs to also consider in looking at this project and deciding whether to order conditions or not?
I think that the company representative stated earlier that they do not plan to file anything else with the Conservation Commission in regards to this project. Is that correct?
That's not exactly correct in regard to the driveway access, which is currently the area that's within the buffer zone. I did say that we would be, if applicable and if further evaluations deemed necessary to come back for NOI, do the site cleanup, which is likely, that would then be subject to your review.
Right, so I'm not following because,
Right.
So, is there a plan, are we doing a major, like soil removal where the best is going to be, or is that?
We have not proposed to do any removal of soil off-site. The facility will need to be level, of course, that the entire, the footprint of the actual facility, the entire thing doesn't need to be one level.
Right.
It just needs to be level. So it could be tiered.
Gotcha.
But the road itself will be crowned, so that won't necessarily be level, if you will, but
Right.
it will follow the natural contours of the land until it gets to the area that needs to be level, which is the area for the high voltage equipment, the batteries themselves, the inverters.
So then you're saying you could have like a row that's at this level, and then if it,
Correct.
a row up here, a little high, a foot or two high or whatever, the natural lay of the land is now, and you would design that level of minutia, that level of detail as you got into the project.
Well, but not as we got into the project. That would be all fleshed out well before we had an issue for construction set of drawings.
Okay.
And none of that scope of work is within, say, those within.
Correct. That's all
Limits for
within what's quote unquote the limit of work of this project, which is approximately 18-acre footprint. That entirety of that 18 acres, the approximately 275 feet of that footprint is within the buffer zone associated with the access driveway.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any comment from individuals online? Oh, I can't, hold on, I gotta unmute you, so you can. Actually, you can unmute yourself. If there's anyone online who would like to comment, now would be the time to unmute yourself and speak. Give them a minute to figure out how to unmute themselves. Sound like anyone there is gonna chime in? Is there any more public comment? Okay. Oh, I hear somebody back there.
Tom Berkman, North Brookfield Road. I just have a question about the dewatering. If it needs to be done, being downhill from that project, I'm concerned about my well and my water pressure. Maybe the Conservation Commission could ask the company, does dewatering affect the people downhill and being on bedrock? And also the question of the soil removal, yes, you're not, is the company saying they're not gonna remove it from the property? So they're just gonna move it around and then what are they, or leave it in mounds, what are they gonna do with the soil?
Would you like to address that?
Yeah, so we will have a soil management plan put in place and that will lay out explicitly what we will do as we handle the soil. So if the soil does need to be removed from the property, it will be classified and categorized appropriately for disposal to ensure that it's being put in and disposed of in accordance with the applicable laws and regulations. With regard to dewatering, it's my understanding.
So we talked a little bit about this at the very first hearing when we talked about the stormwater pollution prevention plan that would be required under the EPA construction general permit. So EPA, because we're altering over an acre, we're going to be subject to additional permitting through the EPA, which will require the creation of a stormwater pollution prevention plan. And in that stormwater pollution prevention plan, it'll be described how dewatering will have to happen. And it will have to happen in accordance with the EPA requirements, which essentially requires the water to be clean before it's discharged offsite.
And to her concern that that level of dewatering affects neighboring wells, that's not the type of the level of dewatering that you're talking about, correct? You're talking about really surface water or water near the surface that's going to be removed from the property.
In excavations that's needed so that, for instance, if they go to build a retaining wall, they dig a deep hole and they have to get the water out before they can pour the footing.
Yeah.
We'd be talking about activities like that.
Okay.
Yep. And it'd be done in accordance with the EPA requirements.
Anybody else? I think Mr.
What's the next step with the board?
That's what we're getting to. Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Chairman.
Did you want time to go through our?
We'll take them back and review them, but we've seen a lot of this material already. I think the only thing we really haven't seen is Mass DEP's email directly to Commissioner Seeley. So we'll look at that, but we don't need to take up time tonight to do that.
And you're talking about that's contained in here.
Correct.
Okay.
We've seen
Okay. The other stuff.
Majority, if not all of this, I don't.
Yeah.
And I just want to clarify, the reason I put in, did you mark up that proposal in there? Arthur Allen's proposal was you marked up with what you were comfortable with?
Yeah, and I emailed that to you and we had a discussion about that and you came back and said that those edits weren't going to be accepted.
Yes, the reason I put that in there is because we didn't move forward with Arthur Allen's peer review because he was not comfortable with the modifications that you made to his proposal. Okay.
Okay, and is that the
Yes,
the May 26th document. Okay. All right. So now I know what I'm looking at. I think the last thing I would note is that according to the DEP email that we all received, the DEP comments, the final comment to it states all revised materials should be provided to the commission and Mass DEP prior to closing the hearing. So I'd like to offer the applicant the ability to do that and to follow Mass DEP's things. Would you like to do that or no?
At this time, I don't think we have any revisions that would require us to submit to you and or Mass DEP.
Okay.
We did submit our response to their comments to DEP directly. And that's in
Oh,
that
sorry,
email.
yeah,
to me.
yeah, that was the
So
question.
they have our response.
We await a response to their response?
Sorry?
We wait for their response to your responses.
That's completely up to this commission. But there may be none. A lot of times DEP will make comments once and oftentimes they don't comment again. But they certainly could.
Are you claiming that all of the revisions that DEP requested were addressed in this letter? Is that?
No, I'm just stating that our response to their comments was submitted also to DEP at the same time we submitted to the commission.
Because I haven't had a chance to fully look through this and absorb this yet. I just got it for the first time today.
What I think we're saying is that his position as to all things is contained in that document.
That's correct, yes, sir.
Okay. So, and you don't plan to make any changes in the plans. Just this letter is your response and that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. And so with that, I think we're at the point, and please don't be bashful to speak up and say, Carl, you're wrong. But that as I read this, I don't see that all revised materials, because that would include a new notice of intent incorporating that. But the applicant has told us that they're not going to do that. That we're not going to be able to obtain all of the things that DEP required prior to closing the hearing. That I think it's the position, at least it's my position, I would love to get all of those revisions, get the notice of intent, get the comments back from DEP. And so with that, I would suggest that we offer the applicant at least the opportunity to sign to continue the hearing. And then they can make their decision.
I agree. And it'll give us time to actually go through DEP's responses. I know some of us didn't get them until right now, so.
So to the applicant, would you be willing to do that?
No, we're gonna ask to close the hearing tonight.
Okay. Is there anything else? Any documents, any comments, anything at all that the applicant would like to submit? Okay.
Is there any?
Mr. Horsley has his hand raised. I don't
Mr.
know.
Who does?
Mr. Horsley?
Horsley.
Close the hearing.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you. I just want to, I believe, I don't have the document in front of me from DEP, but I do believe that they recommended, consistent with my recommendation, that groundwater levels in the area of the proposed stormwater detention system be provided to the Conservation Commission. I believe that's one of the things they recommended that you require. And it sounds like the applicant is unwilling to do that. But again, I'm not sure if maybe Sean has that document in front of him, but I believe that's one of the requirements.
Yeah, so that's in DEP's.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes, it is.
So just for the record, if the applicant's unwilling to provide the information on groundwater that DEP is recommending on the stormwater system to make sure that it's compliant with the Mass DEP stormwater standards, I think that's an important part of the record, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Horsley.
You're welcome.
And so I guess, look, you want me to button that up with these gentlemen? So again, that request has been made, I believe, and I believe we've requested it already tonight, but at least according to my notes. But again, requesting those documents regarding groundwater levels. And I believe the applicant's response is no, those won't be provided now.
That's correct. Yeah, we believe that the Commission of Mass DEP have sufficient information to evaluate the project.
Thank you.
Okay, so when,
All right, so closing.
Yeah, without, just for the record through you, Mr. Chair, Haley Wright Vice, Town Council, with KP Law based out of Boston. Without the consent of the applicant, you have to vote to close the hearing,
right?
and then you have 21 days to deliberate and issue a decision.
Okay.
So I would just suggest
Yeah.
a two-part vote to close and then scheduling out your next deliberation.
Okay. I make a motion to close the hearing for 358 Coldbrook.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Could we please have them sign this, that they disagree to continue?
at the,
You want me to do it now or we done?
okay, we have 21 days.
We should say, I'd like this, I would propose,
That brings us to August 6th, I believe.
now, I think that we'd want to have a meeting of the board. And again, at the next meeting of the board, it's just for the board to deliberate. We're not going to be taking any new public comments. We're not going to be hearing from the applicant. We're not going to be hearing again from the public. Based on thank you. Based on everything that we have, thank you. We'll proceed to our next step. I'd add, and I think given the amount of material that we have, that I'd want to schedule something next week to allow us, if we can't get through everything, to take a deep breath and come back the following week so we can get it all done within the 21 days.
Okay. How's Tuesday, the 28th?
Do that.
Yeah, stay next till Friday.
Next week.
Yeah.
So the earliest date we can do is Friday?
For me, but with full commission, I don't think.
I wouldn't want to have it without you, Mr. Lumbar.
We could start, like, have a second meeting. I could make the second one if.
Would you be able to join by Zoom? I don't want to hold you to it.
It
but
may
it's
be
a plus.
difficult.
Okay.
I'm away on business, and I don't know if I'll be. That's in.
Yep, fair enough.
So I'll be still.
We can at least start on Tuesday.
So let me look at my calendar.
Okay.
Over here, I guess.
Mr. Chair, would you like someone from our office in attendance?
That would be great. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And, it can be via Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Zoom would be fine for that.
Now, this will be a meeting just for the Conservation Commission. It'll be open to the public, but not open to public comment.
That's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to state that.
We haven't
We
made it
haven't
yet.
said it
Yep. Let's see here. So you're saying the 28th?
The 28th is Tuesday.
28th I could do.
Okay. Is 6 o'clock good?
Absolutely. So 28th at 6 o'clock. Okay, does that work for you, Lucy?
I prefer not to, but I can do it.
I think we all prefer that too.
Okay.
John,
Yeah, I can do that.
28th at 6 p.m.
And do I make a motion for that?
We don't need a motion for that, do we? We just set the next meeting. Yep. Okay. So
And the decision due date, according to my calculations, would be August 6th. That would be 21 days.
all right. So a motion to adjourn.
To close the meeting, yeah.
Is it 7?
Close the
Today's the
hearing.
23rd.
We'll count days a couple more times before we do it.
The
We'll
3rd.
make sure we get it done within 21.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. The 13th. I'm sorry.
Like it's another whole week.
Yeah.
13th?
Mr. Chairman, will there be a Zoom link that we can listen in on, or is it just we have to come here if we want?
The Zoom link should be on the town website.
Yes. But again, it's not guaranteed that that is functional. So it's buyer beware. If you want to guarantee that you're here, here's the place to be. 6 o'clock's the start time, and we'll be starting promptly.
Is it August 13th?
No,
No,
On the 6th.
I definitely didn't say that.
But the final decision will be on the 13th.
I don't know. What I know for sure is that
it's
on
due by
the 28th at 6 o'clock, I'm coming back here.
Right.
And we're gonna discuss that. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, commissioners. Look forward to.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. No problem.
All right, I gotta put the Zoom machine.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm stepping in for George today.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.